Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Saturday, December 26th. I hope you had a great Christmas yesterday. I have a very quick video update on the news about what's going to happen today if the president does not sign the $900 billion relief bill. Okay, there are major consequences, some that will happen regardless of whether he signs it today or not. But it's a huge deal, so I'm going to talk about what's at stake today if the president doesn't sign this bill. And most importantly, what you can expect whether you are on unemployment or whether you are waiting for the other programs such as PPP Round 2, EIDL, grants, or stimulus checks. And here's the headline I'm going to get into. Unemployment aid set to lapse today as Trump's plan for relief bill remain unclear. He is still down in Florida. Lawmakers sent him the 5,000-page bill so he could read. Everyone is pushing for him to sign it. I'm going to get into this and the specifics. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting us. By the way, if you haven't watched yesterday's Christmas Day video, we picked 10 winners to give $100 Amazon gift cards to. These are folks who left comments on our past videos, are subscribed to our channel, and are using our free app. It's very easy. Congrats to the winners. We've had around 5 of you get in touch with us. So watch that video to see if you've won. And as I mentioned, we're going to pick 10 winners next week as well. All you have to do is subscribe, leave a comment in one of our videos over the next week, and download our free Skip app. That's it. Probably takes 30 seconds or so. So go ahead and do it now. I'm also going to leave a comment in this video, so look for that in the comments. I always love to hear where you're watching from, city and state, or somewhere else around the world. Okay, the recap is that Congress passed this bill with overwhelming bipartisan support. Everyone thought Trump was going to sign it, even Steven Mnuchin, and there's a good piece in the Washington Post today that talks about this, that Steve Mnuchin was proud of the effort that he'd done. Mnuchin had even described the bipartisan deal as, quote, fabulous, one day before Trump called it a disgrace. Mnuchin even tweeted a congratulatory message to congressional leaders thanking them for their vote to approve, quote, additional critical economic relief for American workers, families, and businesses. To recap, Mnuchin has usually been the negotiator for Trump, working with Democrats and Republicans. But this was a surprise, apparently, to him. Mnuchin did say, I want to thank President Trump for his leadership in a news release accompanying that tweet. But then 6 hours later, Trump tweeted and called the bill a disgrace and demanded sweeping changes, including the $2,000 stimulus checks push. I think the majority and the popular opinion is clear. Something now is better than nothing because you've been waiting so long, and there are so many risks by waiting and waiting and waiting, and you need the money now. And of course, the big reason is that expanded unemployment benefits will expire today if Trump doesn't sign the bill. That's huge. There are around 12 million people in the country getting these benefits. Just to recap, there's the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which allows independent contractors, self-employed, and gig workers to qualify for payments. That would end. There's also the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation Program, which provides an additional 13 weeks of federally paid benefits to those who run out of state benefits. Right, state benefits have a window of time where you can get unemployment benefits, typically 26 weeks, and this federal program extended that 13 weeks. So there are around 5 million long-term unemployed workers in the U.S. right now. That's a huge number. Again, all of these will expire if Trump does not sign this legislation. Even if he does sign the legislation today, it would still take a few weeks for state unemployment agencies to reprogram their computers to continue these two programs and to add the new $300 weekly federal boost. This is according to Michael Evermore, a senior policy analyst for the National Employment Law Project. Back to the New York Times piece here. Further delays could prove more costly. States cannot pay out benefits for weeks that begin before the bill is signed, meaning that if the president doesn't sign the bill today, benefits will not restart until the first week of January, but the benefits will still end mid-March, effectively trimming the extension to 10 weeks from 11. So basically people would lose a week there. And the broader context here is that if this bill isn't signed into law, there will also be a government shutdown, right? Just to recap, this bill not only has $900 billion for COVID relief, but it has government funding as well. And those are bundled together, and they're both part of the bill, and they both need to be signed into law by the president. So where are we right now? Okay, Saturday morning today, Trump expressed further misgivings about the legislation that awaited his signature, but he still offered no hints on his plans. So it's likely people are panicking around the country, not sure what to do. I'll give you one example here. The Treasury Department, which said earlier this week that they could give out stimulus checks as soon as this coming week, they were expecting the president that he would sign the bill this week and that they'd be working over the Christmas holiday to restart the PPP program, EIDL grants, and stimulus checks, okay? They were expecting to work all weekend long. However, all of this sits in limbo while you sit at home waiting for something. Okay, there is tons of pressure on the president right now to sign this today. As always, we remain optimistic. I think you have to be optimistic here because it's been so tough and so drawn out. We hope he signs this into law. President-elect Biden also hopes this gets signed into law. And as Biden has said, this is step one, okay? You know, the Democrats and Biden will probably put together a new package in January or February. Of course, a lot of that will depend on what happens in the Senate. If Democrats can take control of the Senate or if Republicans remain in control, that will depend on what can get done in the future. But bottom line is, this has always been seen as a first step because people are tired of waiting. We'll keep you posted. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and download our free Skip app. Two things on the Skip app we have now is the vaccine tracker, which thousands of you are using, where you can see how many people, relatively speaking, are ahead of you in the vaccine line. And that's based on your risk profile. Okay, that's how the CDC is determining who gets vaccines when. We've had around 1 million people in the US get a vaccine so far. The second is a stimulus tracker, which we will launch on Monday. Again, all of this is pending final signature here, but you'll be able to quickly see based on how you filed your taxes, your income, your general income category, and if you have any dependents, what you can expect to get in the stimulus check. That's all for free on the Skip app and a lot of our other trackers too, as it relates to PPP funding and EIDL funding. Much more to come. As always, I hope you had a good Christmas yesterday and you're staying safe and healthy. Have a good rest of the weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow.